This, ladies and gentlemen, may be the conclusion. The finale of the trilogy of Fraud Lad bullying a smaller creator, me being pinged, and then using this as an excuse to just shoot down all of the clowns that exist on the Weebs and the Round Table. And listen, I saw this comment. Where's this motherfucker? Where is he? Where is he? Did he delete his comment? Where is he? Did he delete his comment? There's that, and yeah. Oh yeah, we got it. We gotta. I'm basically 1v4ing right now. Well, I can't say I'm 1v4ing right now because my boy Espiritu got us a video called "Bought Subs Drama Kaka TV versus MadLadofCulture." I got dragged into this, so also, yes, Luke also uploaded a video. Luke also uploaded a video. This drama's kind of crazy. Hey, you're welcome for this, by the way, Luke. You're welcome. This shit is performing better than solo leveling, bro. You posted solo leveling 3 days ago. My drama video reaction after a day is about to surpass solo leveling. You're welcome, by the way. All right, let's check this out.
So I don't actually normally put my input into these kinds of topics, but funny enough,
yeah,
I got DM'd by one of the party members involved in this drama.
DM'd?
It wasn't Cow. One of them DM'd me, whining, saying, "You follow Cow, and I'm getting dragged." This, I'm like,
oh my god. Oh, you're following him on Twitter. He's a bad person. You shouldn't associate yourself with this guy. Dude, imagine being... This is some like high school drama bullshit. Are you actually DMing Espiritu right now as a grown-ass man, telling him who he can or can't associate himself with? That is so fucking cringe. Oh, you're following him? You're in his Discord? Oh, the Weebs of the Night Table have something to say about this. Bro, this is turbo virgin behavior. Espiritu Analysis is a grown-ass man, and I hope that you are too. And he can make his own decisions of what he wants to associate himself with. Just because he's following me on Twitter, just because he's in my Discord or hanging out on stream, you're gonna condemn him and call him a bad person? Like, this is the most non-serious shit too, bro. Oh my god, this is so cringe.
I'm not involved in this. Why are you dragging me in this? And so I ended up actually looking into this situation because one of the individuals dragged me into it.
Yeah, let's see it.
I don't know what your objective is. If you watch this video, I don't know what your objective was by DM.
They have no objective. They're stupid man-children with the IQ of a goldfish. They have no logic. You've seen my videos. You've seen their videos. Tell me that I'm wrong. Listen, I may be mean and I'm an asshole. I'm a genuine asshole. But I'm not wrong, and I believe my objective analysis of what's happening proves that Fraud Lad of Scams does indeed buy bots to increase his views and subs. He uses the excuse that he uses the YouTube promote system. In part 2, again, I explained to you that if he simply used the YouTube promote system, his views may go up, but the subs would not. The fact that his subs keep spiking periodically for him to ego check so that he wants to reach that 50K and beyond status, that is evident proof. Why the fuck would people who got promoted a random video advertise? Do you think that those people would even like the video, first of all? No. They're probably gonna click on it and click off of it, right? Do you really think that a person like that would then go on to fucking click the subscribe button if they didn't even watch the video or like the video? Think about it. Just use some logic here, and you'll start to realize that Fraud Lad is a small, insecure, balding, ugly motherfucker who's driven himself to a corner after calling out other creators, and now he's getting shit on for. Because someone like me is actually stepping up to the plate and calling out his bullshit. I don't think I'm wrong. I'm right.
Me about it. I'll be blunt. Again, Cow is one of those people, and he'll probably admit to this. He says it in the video. He's petty. He'll hold grudges.
Absolutely.
He's also a content farmer. He will milk you.
Absolutely.
Every last view that he gets out of you. And he's gonna probably milk this video too.
Yes, we're doing a part 3 right now.
Because it's what he does, and I don't see an issue with that. He's very self-aware of himself. He's very much points it out, and I kind of like Cow. I've been
Oh.
very critical of reaction channels,
Oh.
and I still stand by my opinions on reaction channels, that there are a lot of bad acted reaction channels out there.
Agreed. Again. Also, there was a comment made. Here, I'll bring this up right now. I forget exactly where the comment was, but like, there is an idiot that's trying to call me out of my hypocrisy because like they think that like because I said big creators don't go out to put small creators down. Big creators are too busy doing their own thing. They would never go and shut on other people. Someone commented that like, oh, he's actually such a hypocrite. He goes on, the reason that he even started reaction channels is because he himself said that other reaction channels are so mid that he decided to do it himself. I know that like you are so stupid that you fall for the first single thing that sounds good to you, but try to think about this. Do you think that there is like do you think that me saying that the overall reaction sphere is so lazy and poor quality that me stepping up to the plate and delivering value is the same as a big creator specifically going to another creator, calling them out publicly, mentioning their names? Did I ever mention any names of those people that I thought was mid or that I thought was very bad? Therefore, I stepped up to the plate to make reactions myself. But like, I understand that like you are too stupid to understand and contextualize what I'm trying to say. So you immediately latch on to the first thing that sounds good to you, and then you try to drag my name. But if you thought for 5 more seconds, you could come to the logical conclusion that what I said and what MadLad doing is fundamentally different.
Cow is not one of them. Ed is not one of them. There are a couple of good reaction channels out there. I don't know enough about the space. I don't know enough in the space of the sense of knowing all the channels out there. I don't watch much reaction content because a lot of the ones that I always end up seeing, like spammed on Reddit, just end up being the most low tier garbage of just being like...
Again, this is very true. The standard for reactions is so poor on YouTube that people are going out and saying that I'm the best reaction channel. I do not think I'm the best reaction channel. I think that I'm just a simple monkey that is able to pick up on certain story points, make some clever jokes here and there, and then entertain the audience. But simply me trying to understand the story is enough for people to say I'm the best reaction channel, because that's how low the standard for reaction content is. It's such an easy entry of barrier too, right? Because like you don't need like what qualifications do you need to become a reactor? Anybody can do reaction. Just get a fucking mic and a webcam, watch it, put it on YouTube, bro. You can be just like me. But here's the thing, because the entry of barrier is so low, and because the top of this industry, the top content creators in the reaction space makes a stupid, just like an actually stupid amount of money, it encourages a lot of people to get involved in it. It's like the same thing with isekai, right? Why is isekai mostly bad? Because it's so popular. It's so big. And if you inevitably have so much people, so much content, so much bigger, inputs, you're inevitably going to have shit there too. It's just that simple.
Wow, they did a thing. Like that kind of stuff. There's no input. Cow puts a lot of passion and love into his content. So I genuinely respect a content creator that puts effort into it.
Salute.
But the thing that I wanted to talk about was not so much, the drama, not all of the drama, but some of it. I wanted to talk about MadLadofCulture because it's interesting enough. I studied the algorithm and the analytics quite a lot over the years. And I feel like I've grown my channel quite well, especially with both channels. Over the last, I'd say 4 to 5 years, I've definitely gone downhill as a content creator, mainly because I've had a lot of stuff going on in my life. And
That's
my
fair.
life over the last couple of years has been an absolute disaster. I've had a lot of lack of motivation. I've been very down in the dumps. I've made a lot of poor decisions as far as what I've done on my channel, and a lot of that just comes down to a bad state of mind. And so I'm coming back to this year.
Sorry to hear that, right? It's also like when you care about the game of YouTube, when you care about like trying to grind and believe in yourself and trying to like make something of value, it's so discouraging when you don't get that response back, right? Like for sure. Because like now, the more you care about content creation, the more that like your self-worth and value is determined by these graphs, these numbers. And if you suddenly see the number crashing, now you feel like the numbers crashing is a representation of you, that like you're doing something bad, that you're a bad person, that your content is bad. that may necessarily not be the case. It has to do with like understanding the audience, understanding the trends, the people who are active in your community, and being able to, actively, deliver the content that they want. But content creation is such a interesting thing where the more you care about it, the more you will get hurt by it. So like, it's so important to have like an identity outside of content creation where you know who you are, you know what kind of person you are. And yeah, bulk of the shit that you do, the livelihood and all that comes from YouTube and, Patreon and Twitch and whatever. But if those numbers start crashing, rather than blaming yourself, and sometimes like there needs to be self-reflection done, right? Maybe you are actually fucking yourself up and the content strategy is bad. But at the same time, being able to like dissociate yourself from like your value being tied to these numbers is such a important thing, or else you just get so depressed, man.
Really analyzing and looking at the analytics of my channel. And so I'm kind of getting back into that sort of hardware mode. It's that cool Iron Man quote where Tony's like starting to, play around with all the elements, and he's like, oh, I've worked something out, and he kind of slaps it together and he walks on and he goes, we're back in hardware mode. That's kind of...
And I think it's so important to be able to like, again, set aside your personal feelings from the content, because like just because some stuff does bad, it doesn't mean that your content is bad necessarily. It just means that like what you're pumping out just doesn't have the audience there for it. The people that are like watching you for you don't really care about that topic. So the better you're able to like figure out, okay, who is my actual audience? Who is my community members? What do they want? And the better you can have a tap on that, the better that you can scale with the recommendation system, so that you can realize that, hey, my content actually isn't bad. It's just the way that I'm packaging the content is the thing that's, leading to the poor numbers.
Kind of what state I'm in right now. I'm back into sort of like thinking mode
of
where I want to take my content, how I want to improve it, how I want to grow the channel, including this channel and my other channel.
Yeah, you got two channels.
My analysis channel, which is a spiritual analysis. So for those that don't know about the channel, this is the channel here. This has become my main baby. This is where I post all my light novel reviews, my light novel analysis, character analysis, reviews, more deeper for kind of content. That's where I do it all. I know, I'm self-plugging. So if Calco ends up doing a reaction to this...
Shout-outs!
Self-plug.
Shout-outs!
It means that I'm doing a lot more analytical studying of the system. And one of the things that I use to study the algorithm and what works and what doesn't as a content creator is Social Blade. So I thought it was interesting because some people were claiming that Calco doesn't know what he's talking about because he uses Social Blade, and Social Blade is not a good thing to use. The only thing Social Blade is not good to use is...
RPM.
If you go to the other page, there's another page for it. I'm not going to pull it up, but there's another page where it has some statistics at the...
You won't pull it up? I'll pull it up for you. Oh, you're such a kind person. I'm not, though. I will keep putting these motherfuckers on blast. Yeah. We know, right? This is what matters, right? The views are very accurate. The views are very, very accurate. This is not accurate, though. Social Blade has no understanding of what an RPM is, the dollar amount you make for every 1,000 views. And because of that, you have such a wide scale of $100 to like $1,000, right? But the views, this is so easy to pull. This is absolutely true. Anybody can go to their own fucking dashboard and analytics, look at the amount of views that they have, and see that it's comparable. In fact, why don't we do this for me right now, just to prove it, right? And I'm sure, like, and here's the thing. It's so funny to me that this guy made a second video. bro made another fucking video, and he's doubling down that like, and this is the guy that said that like, hey, Social Blade is broken, therefore like he made a video again, right? He made a video where he's doubling down. Oh, where's the other video? Did he delete it? Where is it? I've been showing you guys the did he delete the video? No way. No, bro made a 47-minute video and his main talking point was like, Social Blade is broken, and my numbers are also telling me it's broken. Like, come on, bro. Come on. You've been doing this shit for 6 years. Who's gonna take you seriously when you don't even understand how the analytics works? Nobody's taking you seriously, bro. You have no clue how this shit works. I'm just bringing my analytics right now. Here it is. So, over the last 28 days, I have made 1.7 million views. And you know what the really hype thing is about right now, about the 1.7 billion views part, is that this was still shadow banned. shadow ban still happened for like another week. So right now, like basically the shadow ban like kind of got lifted around here. So it's really fun to think like what my true monthly viewership will be. Obviously, sister leveling and a bunch of first episode reactions hit really hard. Therefore, the views are very inflated. But I think that we're on point to be kind of reaching for that 2 million views per month mark. But that's 1.7 million views getting right? 1732827. You guys see it on the screen. That's just my analytics. I'll show it to you. What does this say? 1.715. Pretty fucking close, right? Pretty goddamn close, right?
Front. Does it show it on that? No. There's some analytics at the front page.
Yeah.
And what you do, let's just say, I'm doing this live.
All right. I see you.
Let's have a look. So you get these kind of analytics here. These analytics here are useless. You don't use these because YouTube is very varied on how you make revenue. Certain channels will make more revenue, certain channels won't make as much revenue. There's a lot of analytics involved that will steer it in positive and negative. And sometimes if you're a really small channel, it won't calculate it every day. So it's generally really good to look at for larger channels. But in this situation, it is very useful to look at for what does and does not work for certain content creators and looking at numbers. And so CLOWNFIESTA's bringing up this whole situation of they believe that MadLadofCulture is botting their subs.
Absolutely.
Now, one of the things that I do to work out if a channel is botting or not, because I've done this with other channels, is I do a comparison to views to sub ratio. So I will use two different scenarios. I will use these 2 days right here. So this would be the worst case number and the best case number, depending on the perspective you look at. So say, for example, you go 63,000, and I'll pull it up over on the other screen, and then you divide it by 200. That means CLOWNFIESTA on that day was getting 1 sub on average per 315 views.
Okay.
Which is actually pretty good, because generally speaking, I get around 1 sub every 250 to 300. So that's pretty good.
Never thought about that ratio.
And you can say, well, he's not doing as well. He needs more views. But you also got to remember the type of content you produce. If you're making reaction content, I've always believed that reaction content, you need more views to get a sub out of it. While other certain specific content, say like light novel reviews, you'll generally, or even analysis content, you'll generally have a you need less views to get a sub out of it. The reason being is because if people are going to click a light novel review or a analysis video, they're generally clicking it because they're very interested in that particular topic. While reaction channels generally get a lot more click-through rate because of the type of content it is. That's no knock on CLOWNFIESTA. That's just how I see content itself.
Logically, it doesn't make sense to me that people would be more in tune with, let's say, analysis content, review content versus, let's say, reaction content. Because at the end of the day, I think that all that matters is like, I really don't believe that like the niche matters. It's all about like how engaged they are personally with the content creator. I personally don't know how strong this whole standpoint is built. But anyways, we're calculating the views to sub ratio right now.
He can disagree if he wants. That's just how I perceive click-through rate as it goes. So that's pretty good. Now, if we would take one of his worst days, and this isn't really the best because sometimes YouTube will do weird things, but that calculates pretty well. So he gets good days, bad days, went with his lowest and going with a more higher end. You can see on average, and I'll probably do an on average as well, just to kind of prove a point.
Here's the other thing too, exactly, right? Because like, there's a lot of tourists happening right now. There is a lot of tourists watching my content right now, especially for like the sister leveling content. So a lot of these numbers right now, there's a very interesting scenario happening in this past week of content creation where we are popping the fuck off, but a lot of the content that's popping off is a lot of like tourist reaction content rather than community series.
But I'm just using a good day and a bad day. Divide that by 100. 1,190 to 1 sub. So again, it can vary, but he's getting, the point that I'm pointing out is he's getting a lot of views to getting a sub. There's a reason why I'm bringing this up. Let's use the daily average. 550. So every 550 views on average, he's getting 1 subscriber.
Sure.
Now, let's look at MadLadofCulture. We could use the average. The average is not going to work for him because randomly.
Okay, because like look at these numbers, bro. So before, this is actually a great breakdown of like, I didn't even think about using, you know, weekly, like daily views to sub gains, but it's quite telling though. Considering that both of us are in the same reaction space, I got 60k views, 200 subs, 80k views, 200 subs, 70, 60, 50, you know, it's definitely in the 5-figure mark, kind of closing in on the 6-figure mark, right? You see that. There is an order of magnitude difference here. 8,500, 100 subs. 5,800, 200 subs. Like, tell me that the numbers make sense to you guys. Please. Please tell me that the numbers here make any fucking sense. Because to me, it's so blatantly obvious that this guy is buying subs and views.
Now, let's look at MadLadofCulture. We could use the average. The average is not going to work for him because randomly he's losing 800 and 900 in a day.
I wonder why.
This doesn't make any sense unless the only reason why.
I don't know. Maybe he bought a lot of those, you know, subs. And those accounts are getting deleted off YouTube because they're bots. Do you think that randomly out of nowhere, you would lose 800 subs like that? 900 subs like that? To me, it just feels like a lot of these botted accounts are getting deleted from YouTube.
I could think that this is happening is because he's botting it and the bots are yanking back their subs. So
yanking back as in like the bots are unsubscribing. I don't think the bots would unsubscribe. I think that accounts definitely do get deleted on YouTube though. That's my theory.
So it's a bit hard to use those numbers. So this is where it gets really weird because you're seeing large chunks of followers or subscribers coming in and very few views. So,
and here's the thing. Maybe MadLad is just that engaging of a person. Maybe he is such a peak content creator that despite getting a almost like I am 10xing his views, bro. Straight up. But he's competing way harder and gaining subs. So it means that every video he puts out, even though he gets way less views than me, he's just that fucking peak. Yeah. But here's the thing. If that logic were to make sense, again, we've looked at his channel. How many times have we compared the views to like ratio, the engagement, the comments, the likes? Have you ever thought about, and here's another thing too that I mentioned in my part 1 of part 2. Here's the interesting thing about channels, reaction channels, and where the bulk of their viewership comes from. Do you know why MadLad on average looks like he's doing pretty well on the front page? And I brought this up before too, but let me bring to you again one more time. So if we look at my analytics right now, we're at a pretty healthy place of averaging around 150,000 views per last 48 hours. And you'll see that a lot of these videos, yeah, of course, there's like a lot of new videos happening, but this number here, if you add all these up, it doesn't amount to 156. There's a lot of people watching old videos that keeps getting views over time. And here's the thing that I ask you. Do you really think that, let's see, shout out to Senshi, you reacted to the video recently. So here's the thing that I should have probably mentioned in the part 2 video. While on first glance, because he cares about optics and how good he looks on the front page, you can see that every video, the average viewership is pretty high because he buys the views for these videos, right? And I've showed you time after time that the engagement makes no sense. But do you know why he averages 334,000 views per month despite looking pretty good on the front page? And the fact that he spams shorts. Remember, I told you, he spams so many shorts because he knows that he has no audience. And the shorts algorithm is way easier to get views with. So a lot of things are happening. He's buying the views here. He's spamming shorts, which inflates his numbers. Yet he can't get that authentic viewership like me. Because bots don't go back and look at old videos. Exactly. When new people come into my channel every time, they have 4,000 videos. They have so many playlists, right? They have so much shit that they can keep going back to my channel and keep watching. And that's why, even though my average viewership per each video is relatively low, right? Look at this shit. Like, sometimes we'll get lucky, but for the most part, 2K, around 3K, right? That's kind of where we're at. But I'm still able to get this kind of number because there is so much videos that exist on my channel that people constantly go back and watch over and over again. But bots can't do this behavior. Bots only are sent to specific videos when you request to boost that viewership. And because he doesn't have an actual organic community, they do not go back and watch old videos. Therefore, the views are so stunted. Does this make sense to you? Again, like, I should have probably brought this up before too, but like, this is another condemning part of why everything is so fishy.
So let's use this number because this is probably the best case scenario that would make him look good. So we go 8 divided by 100. So every 81 followers, he's getting a subscriber. That is insanely low. Fishy low.
Nah, man, he's just that peak, bro. Even though he gets no comments or likes in his videos, everyone is subscribing. He's just that peak of a content creator, man. What do you mean?
Let's use a good day. 11,000 divided by 200. 55.
Peak content creator.
Yeah.
He's an exception. He's an anomaly.
A little bit sus here.
He's an anomaly, bro.
Again, I'm just simply presenting the numbers and presenting the facts. Now, apparently, in the video that Cow brings up, apparently MadLadofCulture brings up that he's using YouTube's promotional system.
Yes.
That is a load of BS.
Yes, call him out for that shit. Because, again, if you promote your videos get tagged as video is promoted, advertised video. And another thing, again, the same logic I bring over and over again is that if you're using the promote system, you may get views, but you would never get the subs. Because remember, do you think a tourist that got pushed an advertised video that doesn't even bother commenting or liking the video would go out of their way to sub to that video channel? Just think about it. I think that liking and commenting on the video is like the first couple levels before someone would even bother subscribing. I genuinely believe that subscribing to some channel has more precedence, more like weight and emphasis of how much you're engaged with that channel compared to, let's say, like a comment or a like. Genuinely, I think it's way easier for someone to just like the video or say a random comment. So having this assumption, do you think it makes sense that the views would be so fucking ass, but the subs would be so fucking high? It just doesn't make sense to me.
YouTube promotional system would increase your views in correlation to that. So a great example is this. This is clearly, if we're to believe what they're saying, is when they started.
Exactly, bro. Look at this shit. Look at the insane spikes and subs despite nothing happening towards the viewership.
Using the YouTube promotional system because of the weird spike in subscribers each month. But the views...
Like, I would believe you if the graphs were reversed. Genuinely. If the graphs were reversed and you had these spikes happening for your video views because you got promoted, yeah, I would believe you, but that's not the case here.
Really hasn't changed at all. Same here.
Do you know why? Because he only cares about looking good to everyone else, using sub count as a metric to show how important he is, bro. You saw the community post where he's thanking his audience of bots. Thank you for the 40,000 subs. And there was 2 comments on it with like 22 likes, bro. He only cares about that sub count to feel important.
Weird spike in subscribers, viewership hasn't changed. That indicates to me that something else is at play. Something else is feeding them subscribers, but not giving them views in return. Because
I don't know, man.
you're going to tell me they're getting 1 subscriber every 55 followers. But on top
He's
of
that
that,
peak,
they're
man.
randomly losing 800 to 900
Yeah.
in a day.
Yeah.
Now, YouTube does purge dead accounts.
Yes, that's what I think is happening. I think YouTube is purging these bot accounts.
And people that just don't watch the content anymore. So that does happen.
Yeah.
But those kinds of numbers...
Come on, man.
Yeah, no,
Come on, man.
That's way too high of random numbers back to back.
Cook his ass, Espiritu.
Even
Cook his ass.
don't, and that's on my main channel, well,
Yeah.
my larger channel, my 77K. I don't even get that kind of stuff.
Cook his
So
ass.
that doesn't work. My channel's larger, and to be honest, I haven't exactly done much with this channel for a while, and so yeah, I of all people would be expected to get something like this. If this was to happen, I'm more likely to get this, which it doesn't. So this in itself is
This makes sense to me.
fishy. This is extremely fishy. View count extremely low to sub ratio,
Yeah.
extremely fishy. And you cannot use YouTube's promotional system because that just does not add up. Because YouTube, if you promote a video through a YouTube thing, every time that ad plays, you technically do get a view. And people will click the video, and because I've seen people do that before, they get the views from it. This doesn't make it. And to be
And do you know why he's saying he used a promote system? Because he knows that this is against TOS. YouTube fake engagement policy. There's a literal violation of TOS that's happening. Go read it yourself. Straight up. Like, you can't do this. But by saying that, like, he is utilizing the promote system, he's trying to make it sound like he's not breaking any laws. And this is the type of people, bro, that's trying to report me for breaking TOS. I am calling out the harassment and bullying of other smaller creators by being very mean to FraudLad and his friends. I'm not breaking any TOS. I'm playing within the rule set. You guys are the one breaking the TOS. You know you are. And because you're too stupid, you don't even know that you've, like, put yourself into a corner where it's so obvious that you're using the promote system as an excuse to think that this is legitimate. But again, because he only cares about the sub count, he has way more subs than views. It just blows my mind how he thinks that this makes any sense.
be honest, even if you're promoting through YouTube promotional system, you would not get this amount of subscribers. You just wouldn't.
Yeah.
And it's such like clean, like just cleanly going up almost every day, like 300, 300, 200, 200, 200, randomly stops, 300, 100, and the views are just kind of...
Randomly stopping is also a very good point. We're at 11:14 right now, right? Again, let's bring up my social blade. Another great point brought up by Espiritu Analysis. You realize how if you look at the... I mean, there are days where suddenly nothing gets recorded, right? That's for sure true. Again, the detailed statistics, yeah, it's not really quite the good representation because some days it just looks like boom, out of nowhere, there's like nothing happening. But I think and that's one of the faults of, you know, Social Blade, where the average viewership per month is a very good metrics to go by. But some of the detailed statistics, like the sub count, may not be the best because sometimes it just doesn't even record itself. But I believe that, again, the video views is such a simple data that you can pull out. And if you really compare his content with my content, again, does it make sense to you? Does it make any sense to you that someone that's getting like 200 views here is only getting 5,800 that day, 8,000, 10K? While what do I need to get 200, bro? 66K, 63K, 73K. Like, if this was like similar enough, again, if the numbers were like similar enough where he was like 50K, like 40K, I could believe it. But like, there was such a statistical anomaly happening with just this guy. And at some point, you have to really stop and ask yourself, what's going on? Do you think that he may be buying views and subs? I think it makes sense to me. And here's another thing. If I was wrong, and what I'm claiming of FraudLad is a very serious thing, I wouldn't just go out of my way to say that this channel is buying subs and views, because that genuinely ruins their entire reputation. You need to be very careful about this. You need to do your due diligence. But I know I'm right. I've done the analysis. I've stalked and literally audited his content for weeks on end because I was so petty and angry that he would call me out on Twitter when I was a smaller creator. And I was like, bet, let's go to fucking war. It just doesn't make sense to me. None of this shit makes sense to me. And if he wanted to simply come out and defend himself, he would do it. But notice how he falls back on the, I actually did buy views through the YouTube promo system. It's just so telling to me that he is engaging in fraudulent behavior, breaking the TOS with fake engagement policy, buying subs, bro. Buying subs. Prove to me I'm wrong. He can't.
Kind of, it all just doesn't make any sense. If I was to see this, I would scream botted. And there are other channels that I know that do this. So to add into Cow's point of view, yeah, this screams botted. And based on the drama going on, and apparently they're going to take a break, that seems more like they're trying to take a break because they've realized that they're getting busted for what they're doing. And they're a little bit scared that YouTube might look into it and they might lose their channel. Because they've potentially put a lot of money into this. And you can say this is breaking TOS. No, it's not. Criticizing someone's channel for potentially breaking TOS is not breaking TOS. YouTube...
Like, Ryushay-shun thinks, like, I'm, like, brigading him. And he's, like, reporting me. Because, like, some hater of his is bringing back a clip where his mom showed up during the middle of a reaction. And he was like, Mom, you can't do this. I'm recording right now. And people are saying that he harassed his mom. Which, again, I believe that he didn't. We did an actual fucking reaction to that in the part 2 video. I cannot believe that we're getting his mom into this fucking drama series. But, again, they're grasping at straws. They are genuinely grasping at straws because they know they're wrong. They're on the wrong side. They're trying to nitpick. Oh, he's being mean. He's leaking DMs. Oh, he's such a bad person. Listen, I am a bad person. But I'm a very righteous bad person. I told you I'm a villainous man at heart. I stay in my own lane and I don't harm others. People have very amicable relationships with me behind the scenes because I'm not a person that goes out of my way to instigate. But if you come at me or other people that's faced the same shit that I have, I will return that favor tenfold.
YouTube needs to look into these kinds of things more, and YouTube doesn't always do that. Now, Cow's channel, I just want to talk about this. Like,
yeah. What's going on, bro?
I want to say to you, Cow,
yeah,
if you don't hit 100K by the end of the year, I'm going to be severely disappointed in you.
I think that we're on track to hitting like 70 to 80K this year. At the rate of growth that we're happening, and I've shown you the Zenkai boost that's happened in 3-month periods, I think it's very feasible at this rate to be hitting 80K to 100K by the end of this year. But I don't care about the sub count per year. I care about monthly viewership. Right now, we're on point to be hitting 2 million views per month. By the end of the year, if we assume that every Zenkai boost is an order of like 1.5 to 2x, and let's consider this, right? We just have one in January. So we're going to have one in spring, summer, and fall, right? We got 3 more Zenkai boosts incoming. So if right now we're going to be averaging around 1.8 million, right? Views. Let's say we do 1.5 times 1.5 times 1.5, right? Hold up. My math is very bad right now. I think that like 5 million views per month at least is feasible. I don't know. That seems a lot. 5 mil per month by the end of this year is actually fucking crazy. But at the very least, I'd like to be around that like 2 to 3 mil per month range by the end of this year, and to be able to stably have that while pumping out 8 videos a day. I am thinking about like pumping less videos per day and try to focus on a third channel, a battle shonen channel only. But like that's still undecided. But yeah, I think that we're definitely on track to be hitting these metrics.
Happy to collaborate. From one content creator to another.
Hey, I hear you.
Milk. I'm more than happy to collaborate.
I hear you.
Pretty chill, dude. I kind of loved his the way he said that he's a very petty person. He holds grudges.
Oh yeah.
He's kind of got a sense of like justice and a sense of like moral code. I really love that.
I'm a fucking villainous.
That resonates with me because I am very petty.
Yeah.
I hold grudges.
Yeah.
Hey.
Never forgive, never forget. An eye for an eye.
I don't pretend to be a perfect person. I can be very toxic. You know how I know I can be toxic? You only need to follow me on social media on X and you realize that I'm an absolute douchebag. That's why I try to keep my drama stuff out of my analysis channel. Because
Yeah, maybe 2 eyes for an eye. Maybe more than just an eye for an eye.
Because I just don't want it there. I just want to chill, talk about anime stuff, and geek out about stuff. And then when I go on X, I just kind of go off the rails like a crazy person. So I agree with Cow's analysis on that. As another content creator, from one content creator to another, his analysis on that is very true. And yeah,
and again, this is just a social blade. I've shown you so many other examples, right? We talked about the engagements, right? The 5 to 10% ratio of likes to views. We talked about the comments, about how he constantly just like replies to every comment to try to inflate it. But even the inflated value of those comments doesn't match what it should be. I told you about the time lapse of his videos where his views don't immediately pop off. And here's another thing too, right? It's so funny to me that he won't buy the views for this video. Most of the views for this video, also the 1.3K, is coming from me, by the way. Like, do you really think that a video like this wouldn't go crazy on his channel? Like, straight up. Like, remember this video I made? No, genuinely. There are videos where when you make like a community post update, or like for example this, I'm sorry, ... What an ominous title. Am I quitting reactions? What's happening? Am I apologizing to Fraudlad? No, I'm sorry because I dropped a bunch of community series for a whip because I need some time, right? Dude, like, videos like this, when you have an actual community, people will click onto it because it's pretty clickbaity. When you make a video saying, I need to address the allegations, don't you think all his boys would brigade? Like, don't you think relative to his average viewership, this would hit more than this? He didn't buy the views for this video. It's also funny how he disabled the likes here. He straight up disabled the likes to dislike ratio here, bro. And here's another thing too. To all my subs that stuck with me since the dark days, thank you. What subs? You're talking to an audience of bots. Oh, I have to let this out, not to move and forget about it. It's affecting me mentally. Like, 4 likes on this comment. Does this make sense to you? No, just tell me. Tell me that after Espiritu has just told you that, okay, this guy's like views to like sub ratio, the rate at which he's gained subs is an anomaly. He must truly make cracked content where everybody loves him so much, huh? Do you really think that that kind of person would have a community where nobody does this shit? Or he's getting cooked the entire time in the comment section, bro? Does this make sense to you? I just think that there is something so ridiculous happening that's so blatant, man.
Definitely says, you know, I'm doing extremely well, I would know, and he is. He's got the proof behind it. He is absolutely shredding the numbers.
I am.
Sorry.
Again, like a little bit of an egomaniac, narcissist Andy moment happening, but I truly believe that the viewership that I'm getting right now is surpassing most 6-figure channels on YouTube for reaction spaces. There is no one doing better than me in monthly viewership if you do an average like sub to like monthly viewership ratio. Genuinely. If you take that coefficient and apply it to a lot of other people's channels, I think there's a very few channels that's doing better than me. Shoutouts to FlexiJ Anime. She's absolutely fucking killing it. I think that she's destroying me. But like, there is very few people that's doing better than me. And this isn't me trying to be like, I am a better person than you. No, I'm showing you that I fucked up for so long and wasted so much time on YouTube. Recently, I figured out a different strategy where I documented in the performance review series. I document every step. I tell you the strategy, the game plan, and you're witnessing me grow every month. And by doing this, I'm trying to help you guys too, so that you can grow your channels, so we can have more people coming into the anime reaction space or the anime enjoyer space on YouTube, so the piece of my pie also gets bigger. I'm trying to literally raise the tides so that the boats will all rise together. But many people think that like I'm just a narcissistic douchebag, that I'm flexing. And I definitely am flexing to, let's say, Ryusation and Kawaii Crew are and MadLad, because they are so fucking annoying in the way that they continuously brigade together and try to denounce everything that I said is fraudulent. Therefore, I'm going to be very hostile towards them. Of course I will.
He's absolutely shredding the numbers. Like, come on. Estimated for a year, 20 million? Like,
let's go.
Woo-wee.
I need
like,
more.
Look at this.
More.
This boy is grinding.
More. And I want you to see this, right? And this is also my second channel, where the second channel, straight up, you see the graph here, the videos gained from like the beginning to like September. Like something changes around September, right? But before that, bro, I wasted so much fucking time. This was also the graph of my first channel. I wasted 2 years making videos into the void, being so frustrated while people are telling me, wow, your reactions are actually great, you're so underrated. And I was so frustrated and upset, but I held that shit within, looked at other people that's doing way better than me. Shout outs to the brothers Yo at that time, and shout outs to Neil Desai, where they were popping off, doing a strategy that I've never seen before, where instead of engaging with weekly seasonal content and trying to cover as much possible shit possible, they are reacting to old shows. And I'm like, where did the old shows even come from? Oh, they're utilizing the community post. They're making videos and asking them and polling what they want to watch. And by doing that, it doesn't matter how new or how trending an anime is. You can continuously make videos for your returning audience and build a community that way and start to grow and grow and grow. And you see an incremental rise. You see how it's steadily growing in 3-month periods, right? Like, that's what I'm trying to show people, that this is possible.
This inspires me to do better, to get off my butt again and try and do better with my channel. And that's what I'm going to be doing. So
let's get it.
I've taken a bit of a break from this channel. I'm probably going to be doing some more deep thought. I will be doing some more content on this particular channel for the time being. I'll be honest, I'm not going to yank you chains. I'm not sure what's going to happen with the Espiritua channel that you're watching from. I need to do some thinking.
Okay.
There are some things going on in the analytics on my back end that are definitely going a bit weird. And I've actually spoken to Cal about this, actually.
Yeah.
That's how we first spoke, was I went on his stream and he was talking about this kind of stuff. And I
remember.
Vented what I was feeling about my channel. And he gave some interesting advice, some interesting input. And I'm going to look into some more thoughts and opinions on what I want to do. So definitely stay tuned. Again, I need to think about it hard, like long and hard. And of course, what will I be doing? I'll be studying the analytics, working out what I want to do as a content creator and what...
It's actually so simple though, right? It's actually like... But simple doesn't mean easy, right? Simple does not mean easy. At the end of the day, it's like the way to grow on YouTube is just make videos that your audience wants to see. It's not such a simple concept. But so many people just views the numbers, the views as like everything. Like they think like every view is the same. It's not the same, bro. There is such a difference in the quality of viewers. Are they tourists? Are they community members? Are they on the verge of being converted from a tourist to a community member? What kind of shows are popping off on YouTube right now because of trends? Can I capitalize on that trend and bring in a lot of tourists in? And then what can I do once the tourists are coming in to give them a reason to stick around, right? And as an anime reaction channel, it's so simple. You make a video asking them, what do you want to see next? And we base the polls off of that, and we're able to get returning viewers so that we can keep building off the momentum of returning viewers, right? While still checking out trends here and there. This is a very, like, obviously this strategy doesn't necessarily work for every channel, but the concept is there where stop trying to go viral with each video. Work with the crew you have. Work with the people that's there. Right? And a lot of people, like, and I'll talk about this in the other guy's channel too, that Memory NK channel maybe, but like, I think that like people truly just don't understand how they even got those subs in the beginning. They usually got us from some sort of viral moment, but virality does not create a community. How many times do I have to show you guys where, again, here too, right? They were at 1437 for a reference, but where's the other chart? There is like a little bit of a spike here. And I constantly show you my performance review videos. What happened here between February, right? It's a noticeable spike compared to everything else. We went viral there with an Eminence in Shadow finale video, right? I got lucky. But what I fucked up is that I didn't know how to maintain the new audience coming in. And I started to react to different series that nobody asked for and immediately killed all the momentum. And then for another couple of months, everything dried down. Virality does not create a community. But if you know how to actually keep and like giving people a reason to come back, you can work off the momentum and build it up more and more.
What I want to do as a content creator and what does well as a content creator and trying to balance that. So definitely stay tuned for more stuff. Again, if you want my analysis content, you want my light novel stuff, that's where I do it. I don't do the new speculative stuff that I do on was doing on this channel. Okay. This is my analysis channel.
Channel identity?
This is where all the good stuff. Yeah, I know. I did one release it. I wanted to test something. So yeah, I do a lot of stuff light novels, analysis, topics about Freya. Got some big videos coming for about Freya later on with the last 4 episodes. So hey, Kakao, if you want to react,
Okay, I hear you.
send some love my way. So again,
I do hear you, but Damachi content that's so bad on my channel. Like, you're getting pretty good views for Damachi, but bro, Damachi like content, even like anime news, like Damachi reactions, they bomb hard.
love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Again, please don't bot. It's silly. It hurts your channel. And even if you are using YouTube
and again, botting, like buying subs and views, this does not help you. You need real people, real fans to keep watching your content and become like loyal community members. If you genuinely think that you can buy yourself to the top, it's not possible. You're wasting money trying to impress people that don't even care about you. What are you doing? Imagine being so insecure that you need to feel like you need to like spend money that you don't have in trying to impress the people that don't even care about you. Who gives a fuck about this number, man? Like, who cares about this? No one cares.
promotional system, that would do more harm than good. Let's just say you're not lying, MadLadofCulture. This is a bad thing to do for your channel because this will hurt your channel. Take some advice from
Dead subs.
This does not help. Using YouTube promotional, if you're telling the truth, does not help your channel. I don't think you're doing that. I think you're using bots. It's not helping. You're going to do more harm than good. Because what you're going to do is you're going to have an amount of dead subs that will not watch your channel. YouTube will look at that and say, okay, you've got dead subs, and those people aren't clicking your videos. Clearly, people aren't interested in your content, and they're going to slowly demote your content over time.
Now, that is an assumption that I do agree with. I don't know exactly how true it is that they look at an overall figure of like, how many subs do you have and how many active viewers do you have? I still want to believe that YouTube doesn't really give a fuck about how much subs you have, but it's more of like a different metric of like how many active viewers do you have on your channel right now. So even if you do have a shitload of dead subs, if you're still making content that resonates with your core audience, you could probably build momentum with it. But I do definitely agree that if you keep buying subs, if you keep, buying subs and you have no core community and you pump out videos for nobody, of course, people aren't going to click on it. People don't even know who you are. And you keep buying views, trying to make yourself look good. Like YouTube, you can't scale the recommendation system that way. You just simply won't be able to ever grow that way.
Which is why you've probably flatlined. Because clearly YouTube just thinks that there's no interest in your content. The only way you'd be able to fix this is if you stopped, waited for YouTube to slowly...
I just start a second channel if I was Mad Lad, straight up. Like, it's so simple, bro. Just start a second channel doing every Beyblade opening reactions to react to Beyblade. Just do what I did on my second channel, bro.
Remove the dead subs themselves, and you just try to slowly organically grow. But you've done too much damage already.
It's over.
Done way too much
damage. It's literally over.
It's the worst mistake you do. It's why I recommend to people, do
imagine paying money to kill your channel. Bro. Imagine paying all that money, and I don't even want to know how much money he's wasted. But imagine paying so much money to kill your own channel to look like a clown. Pay to lose, exactly. Like, what? And it's not even like paying. There's also the aspect of paying money to do this shit, but you're also spending time. You're spending time and money to make your looks bad, to kill your own channel. Think about the amount of time that you've wasted in chasing after these superficial things to make yourself feel important to what? To a bunch of fucking weebs online that watch anime reactions on YouTube? Listen, I'm very well aware enough to know that, like, I'm a nobody, bro. Ain't nobody give a fuck about us. We're watching anime on YouTube. This is the most unserious shit possible. But you want it to feel so important here that you spend money and time that you don't have to actively kill your own brand. That's why, like, it's kind of pitiful, right? Like, I said last video at the end where if you were actually doing well, I would pray on your downfall. But it's actually sad because this channel's been dead forever. There's nothing I need to do. They've basically dug their own grave, and I'm pissing on that grave right now.
Do not bot, do not do sub for sub, which also breaks TOS. Grow it organically, make good content, produce it, and
Yes.
get it out there.
Yes.
As far as self-promotion goes, as far as advice goes, be careful where you self-plug, because if you self-plug in certain locations, you may get subscribers and viewers out of it, or you may particularly get some...
I never advertise my posts on Twitter or Reddit, or even TikTok, doesn't matter. You need authentic viewership from YouTube using the recommendation system. I will never post a reaction video saying, oh, please go click onto this reaction, guys, on a subreddit for, let's say, Steins Gate, or like fucking at 100 girlfriends. No, none of that shit matters. No. That actively hurts you. Just focus on working with the audience that you have. Talk to them. Engage with them. What do they want? Give them what they want. Build off of that interest. Get bigger. Snowball that.
Subscribers out of it, but you've also got to make sure that those subscribers keep coming back to your content.
That's right.
If you constantly have to, for example, promote your content on Reddit
Yep.
to get those viewers back,
You're already losing. If you need to promote your shit elsewhere, you're already losing. Even when you're first starting, absolutely. Don't take newbie fucking advices on Reddit, bro. Like, did you see me promoting my content on my second channel? No. We just pop off using an opening reaction to just scale the recommendation to get a brand new audience coming in. Now, the opening reaction may not be possible to you because you're in a different niche, but you need to figure out what is the equivalent of an all opening reaction in your niche. Look at what your competitors are doing. Look what they did to immediately get a jump start and getting a huge flood of new audience for a specific topic to come in. And once you can figure that out, you can utilize it. You can take the concepts of what I talk about and apply it to YouTube. If it's a reaction channel, it's even more detailed because I give you step-by-step process. But if you're not a reaction channel, you can still understand the core concepts and elements and apply it to your own channel.
Then those subs that potentially sub through Reddit may not be using YouTube all the time. They may just be consuming all their content through Reddit, which means you may not be getting regular viewership from those subscribers. Organic growth is sometimes the best growth.
Yes.
Self-plugging is not the best. That's
Absolutely
why I don't
agreed.
self-plug.
Absolutely
and if
agreed.
I do, it's very, very minimal, very calculated. Be either on my X account, or I might post it in Ed's Discord server occasionally, just because some people want me to talk about a specific topic. Stuff like that is, I think, organically fine, but you got to be careful how you go about cross promotion, because again, dead subs is what kills a channel.
Yes.
Take it from me, this channel is proof.
I know you can do better though. I know you can.
Now you understand why I've got some thinking to do. So again, love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you like this video, hit the like, subscribe, and
I love how aware he is. I love how humble he is. And this is a great breakdown of even more statistical analysis where I didn't even think about looking at, let's say, the amount of subs gained per daily views. We're not done yet though. We're just getting started. We're not just getting started. Probably like 10 or 15 more minutes left. This is the part where I'm going to pop off. I'm going to put a couple people on blast right now. We're not done. No. Where should we start? Okay. First of all, this idiot made another video here. Should we cover this one? I'm not gonna react to it. I am not gonna react to this guy's video. Fuck that noise. Hell no, I'm not gonna do that. But like, there's two people. Okay, first of all, let's handle this one. So y'all remember this guy? Where is this? So this is another reaction channel that's part of the... Oh, Jesus Christ. So this is another reaction channel that's part of the Weebs of the Round Table. Remember? The podcast that these guys do. And listen, like, I don't really care about most people here, but the people on this podcast, right? Memory NK is now involved. Ryu Station's mom got fucking involved, and we know about, you know, fucking Kawaii crew. Like, they make content for nobody. And listen, I wouldn't be bullying you based off your viewership if you weren't hostile towards me. So again, let's get that shit cleared out. I don't go out and make fun of people's viewership. If you're trying your genuine best and you want to grow, I would actually like to help you. In fact, I implore you to go watch the performance review videos where I tell you how to fucking grow a channel. But because you keep siding with Fraud Lad and trying to discredit my analysis, I have to shit on you. And we have Memory NK stepping up. Another channel with 33k subs. Pretty big guy, huh? Pretty huge guy. He's been making content for 11 years, an OG in the anime reaction space, but I think this is a pretty fucking dead channel, man. This is a dead fucking channel. And I'll bring that topic up in a little bit later. Let's read this comment. Don't even know if it's against TOS on Twitch, YouTube or not, but the dude leaking private direct messages is unacceptable to me personally regardless. So let's break this down. Why the fuck would I care about having sympathy or having courtesy for MadLad and Ryusation, who's done nothing but be hostile towards me and my brand? They went out and bullied a small creator. Not Ryusation, MadLad did. They went out and protect their little bro whenever I called them out on buying stuff. And you're fixated on the leaking DMs part. What did I even leak, by the way? Genuinely. Do you think that I doxed them? Do you think that there's anything private there? It was a bunch of nothing burger where Ryusation is writing a fucking diary to me that I won't respond to him. And he's crashing out, complaining. And then MadLad is saying, oh, my mental health, my mental health. Brother in Christ, have some fucking awareness. And stop glazing your fucking boys and licking their assholes and look at the objective truth. Who do you think is in the wrong right now? Me, who's calling out the behaviors of these shitty people who goes out to bully others? Or them? That you're really using this as like, oh, that's why I'm bad? For real, these are my exact thoughts. Again, you have no place to stand on, so you need to work with optics like this to make me look bad. You were the only reactor from your YouTuber friends the group that I like. Please don't put yourself in fire for someone who admitted buying views, and that is worse than leaking DMs. I'd agree. Can't wait to Kaka to cook you for defending him. Why? You're acting like he leaked his address. They were pointless messages worth nothing more than a laugh. Exactly. What is the substance that I leaked? Do you think that if there was something so personal, if there was something so private that I could never be willing to share, that I would do that? No. Think about the fucking context. There's a fucking spectrum. You saw the DMs. They were the most unserious bullshit. Are you seriously gonna cling on to this right now? I don't think it matters, dude. And plus, Memory and K's really private messages on Twitter when everyone's public. Yeah, okay, buddy. Think about Memory. Like, you also sent those messages to me, fully aware that this shit could be shared. Why would you, like, and here's another thing. Would you, like, if you are sending DMs that you wouldn't be proud of releasing to the public, that's on fucking you first. Dude, personal messages don't always mean personal information. Leaking DMs is fine unless you straight up dox people or something. Exactly. Memory and K is literally calling me a Hitler for leaking these DMs when there's a clear fucking spectrum of the content of the leaked DMs that could have been bad or good. And then you can use the same logic to all VTubers expecting all the creeps on X. And one of those two of the DMs that got so toxic to me is because I would not get into drama on your behest. Don't try and bully or Armstrong me into doing your will because it will backfire. True. To me, it just comes as common courtesy. Why the fuck would I show common courtesy to a person who goes out to shit on me on public on Twitter when I was a smaller creator, who has a repeated behavior of shitting on smaller creators? Why would I show any courtesy? I go in saying, fuck you. I'm going to be so mean because you deserve it. While it's not nearly in the same level as leaking personal information, there were still messages sent with the intention of being one-on-one. I don't give a fuck. Do you really think that I'm going to have sympathy and courtesy shown to these two fucking clowns? Are you serious? Like, where is this logic? Unfair to use that same logic. How is it unfair? Two drastically different cases? Not really. I think what you're doing is unfair. There's a clear spectrum, and Espiritu gave an information where the DMs of interest were borderline toxic and shitty behavior to others. Bro, Ryusation is crashing out, calling me a fucking cult leader, calling me that like I'm personally harassing his family. Are you fucking serious? Do you really think that I'm not gonna go out and defend myself against it? By the way, I even fucking reacted to that retard getting mad at his mom for showing up to the fucking stream. I reacted to it and I said, you know what? I don't think this is harassment. This is a hater that's trying to drag Ryusage's name. I even did him fucking a favor by defending him in that point. Are you fucking serious? That is insane that you would even make this fucking comment. So now you're cherry picking on what counts as TOS. It's okay for them to bug him even in the DMs if it's not okay for to creep on VTubers. Don't even know if it's against TOS and Twitch on YouTube, but the dude leaking private direct messages acceptable person in regard. I don't give a fuck. You are protecting your shitty ass fucking friends without even thinking about what they did. What I did is so unserious. Leaking those stupid ass DMs, bro, that's just peak content. You're really dying on this hill? I said a dude leaking private direct messages unacceptable to me, which I stand by. Okay, go stand on a fucking hill of dead subs, pussy. Go do it all you want. Context matter. It does matter. Look at the context of the DMs. Creeps deserve to be exposed out and clearly. Yes, and MadLad and Ryusei, when they're calling me as if I'm harassing them personally that I brigaded them, of course I'm gonna oust them. Are you fucking kidding me? These two people were trying to reach out, talk one-on-one as grown out. They were not. Did you see the DMs? MadLad is being a victim and saying, oh, my poor mental health. Oh, will someone think about me? It's impacting my day job. Ryusei is saying, you sent your members and my mom is getting involved to the point that I had to defend this stupid ass that he didn't harass his mom. Holy shit. I can't believe that this guy's gonna die on this fucking hill. Also, a few of my comments have either got deleted, help for review or something because I don't know. Okay, whatever. Bro, can you read? I was saying that it was okay. It's just fucking stupid. It's stupid right now. It's just so fucking stupid that you are stuck, stun locked on the DM part without even thinking or contextualizing what the DMs were even about. How the order of events even led to the point of me getting the DMs. The act of your fucking fellow podcast members going out to shit on other people, then having other fucking clowns like Kawaii Crew and Irusation trying to support the claim that what I'm saying about MadLad buying, you know, views and subs is false. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. And then I look at his channel, and I'm gonna do this shit too. How well are you doing, bro? Not well at all. 30K channels, bro is just losing fucking subs. Do you notice a pattern of behavior here where everyone on this fucking podcast, and I don't know about the other guy, but the people that I've called out personally in this podcast, they're all fucking trash. They are. Genuinely, just looking at numbers, you are so bad as content creators. And do you really think that, like, if you, okay, Kawaii Crew, first of all, again, you've been doing this for 6 fucking years. You are such an ant. You are so insignificant. Let's bring this guy up again, just for reference. Because it's so funny to me whenever they go out and type this shit as if they understand, like, my statistical analysis of the algorithm, when I clearly document every fucking step of the way and I'm showing you success in every metric possible. Do you really think that, like, you know what the fuck you're doing? You don't. You have a dead channel for over 5 fucking years, 6 years in the making, and you can't do this shit. And then you expect us to listen to your stupid ass video? What are you even talking? I'm not gonna bother listening to this. Why would I waste time listening to this retard? By the way, I clicked onto the video, and the reason the red bar is all out. Jesus Christ! That intro is so fucking bad. The reason the red bar is gone because I just kind of clicked through the entire thing just to see exactly what was going on. But it's so funny, bro. It's so funny. To be honest, what I find most jarring about this whole situation is the fact that you decided to make a video trying to defend your homie instead of talking to him privately and trying to get him to stop the acting of buying stuff. It's very obvious to anyone with a human pulse that MadLad wasn't being honest about his audience, and I'm sure that you were aware of the fact too. What I think that you were just attempting to cope with, the fact that MadLad has betrayed your expectations, you try to justify his actions, not for his sake, but your own. You want to stay in the small bubble of safety, but you have created around yourself. And the moment that bubble popped and you realized that MadLad was buying subs and he was calling out for it, your fight or flight response is activated. Holy shit, what an analysis. And instead of helping MadLad fight his urges to buy subs, you instead decided to make a video trying to reconstruct the image of MadLad that has been shattered in your fragile heart by justifying all the actions that he did trying to help him get away for him. I would be super wrong about everything, I would just say so, but I still think you completely missed the point of the argument presented against you most of the times and try to fight back, trying to point out insignificant facts that have no weight or anything with the argument. Holy shit, we're essaying. Both me and you know that it was so obvious that MadLad bought subs, and the fact that he admitted to buying subs during a specific period of time doesn't clear him from doing it now. Sorry, officer, I was drunk driving last week, but today I'm 100% sober. That's not how it works. I think it'd be better for you to talk it out with MadLad privately if you're truly his homie and want to support him and want the best for him. Help him become a better person. I don't give a fuck about this shit. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Isn't it interesting how often people convince themselves of something to avoid confronting reality? It's not about the truth anymore. It's about preserving the image they've created, even if it's unsustainable. What are we talking about right now? What are we talking about right now? What is this shit? Funny how the start of this video completely skips talking about how your friend was going around belittling other reactors on YouTube. And here's the other thing too. I don't see his ass fucking talking or condemning MadLad for this shit. I don't see Ryusei doing anything. Every one of them are just like, oh, Kaka is so mean. He's bullying MadLad. He's no better. What a hypocrite. He's leaking DMs. They're grasping for fucking straws. And I've already told you, I'm gonna be so hostile if you were mean first. I get you covered it later, but you probably should have included at the beginning because God wasn't the whole reason Kaka even came back to talk about you people. I suggest you read the whole comment because you do have some fair points. I'm just trying to look for the 6-year comment, bro. Where is this? There is like a part where someone said, who the fuck would listen to you when like you have literally spent 6 years? Like it's just like so crazy. I don't understand why you think Kaka actually wants MadLad's attention when you literally said right before that Kaka couldn't care less about channels that can't compare to his. Like, do you really believe that MadLad is his biggest fisher with all the data presented in everyone's face? Here's the thing. Are they still literally talking as if MadLad is a bigger creator than me? Because I guess two idiots like him, where they only see sub count as like the most important metric, they can't possibly understand that the sub count doesn't fucking matter, and the only thing that matters is this ballpark figure, this monthly viewership. You're really gonna tell me? And even if we thought about the whole sub count thing, let's just assume that the sub count was legit. I would be what, roughly 2 times smaller than him? Roughly 2 times smaller, right? Roughly 2 times smaller, yet what am I doing right now? I'm literally almost 6 timing his fucking viewership. And that's for long form content only. I'm not even spamming shorts. He spams shorts and gets this views after buying views on his long form content. So if we assume that I'm twice as smaller than him, but I'm outperforming 6 times as hard, if I was actually at his level of almost at his sub count, then if we scale it proportionally, then I'm 12 times bigger. By all metrics, I am way bigger, and I don't need to do this shit. I do this for the love of the game because I'm such a fucking petty person that I need to punch down. I am such an inclusive person that I don't care how big or small you are. I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit if you fucking deserve it. Even if you bring up the plausible things that could explain MadLad's view to like and comment ratio, the fact that no community exists in his channel, that even comes close to cause. It's also hard to understand how you expect anyone to take you seriously in terms of understanding the YouTube algorithm when you've been doing reactions for 6 years and haven't built anything of notable size. This is the most based comment. How the fuck do you expect people to take you seriously about how you understand the algorithm better than me and that my analysis is false when plenty of content creators, not just me and Espiritu, plenty of other people have pulled up and said the same thing over and over again, and you're still gonna die on this hill? You know nothing about YouTube. You've been doing this shit for 6 fucking years, and this is the best you can do. And again, it's mean to compare my main channel, so I always love doing this. I always love bringing my second channel up just to shit on these idiots together. Like, bro, Kawaii Crew plus NK combined, and you know what? Let's put Ryu Station on blast too. I love doing this. Oh my god, bro. Where's this idiot, bro? Yeah. All 3 of you combined? You can't even touch me on my alt account, which was created on February 29, 2024. This channel isn't even a year old. You've been doing this shit all combined over a fucking decade. And you can't fucking touch me. And yeah, you're gonna make an excuse. Oh, I haven't uploaded many videos recently. I've only uploaded 1 video recently. That's not my fucking problem. Go out and then fucking make some videos, pussy. Why is it my fault that you're not uploading shit? Because your channels are fucking dead. Your entire counter argument is essentially proof by example, but you didn't even look at the related content like your own. Your own videos have ratios that make more sense than MadLad's. Let's look at this. This is Memory NK's channel. Yeah, he obviously has a good graph. Good as in it's not fraudulent. When the views are high, the subs are high. And when the views crash, the subs crash. Causation does equal correlation here. When the views are high, you get more subs. Let's look at Kawaii Crew. Let's look at his graph. Yeah, I think this makes sense here too. Obviously, because his data is so bad that it's hard to really see in like a greater scale. That's why it seems more jagged. But you will notice that when this is kind of peaking up here, it's going to have a little bit more. When it goes down, there's a little bit of correlation with it. Then there's ups and downs as it continues to lose subs because nothing is happening. But nothing here seems very fishy to me. Let's look at Ryu Station too. Yeah. All 3 of these clowns have a graph that makes sense to me. When the views go up, the subs go up, right? And when the views go down, the subs go down. All 3 of them have a graph that makes perfect sense to what I'm saying. And then you have this clown. How could you possibly look at this? How could you possibly look at this and tell me that this is normal, bro? There ain't no fucking way. And then I try to think of why this idiot would still double down. Does it surprise you when someone has been spending more than almost like 6 years doing this and has as many videos as subscribers, do you think that they would be able to actually understand what's happening? No. So like everything that he's doing is totally in line with his intellect. He's simply too stupid to comprehend my analysis and is dying on a hill where he gets cooked by everyone in the comment section. Other content creators have even mentioned that MadLad has bought likes in the past. Exactly. It's fucking crazy to me, man. It's so crazy to me that people like this are gonna die on the hill. And goddamn, bro. You know what the funniest thing is? I used to watch this guy. Yeah. I remember watching a couple of his reactions. I forget what it was though. Was it One Piece? Maybe it was. And I was like, huh. Funny guy here and there, I guess. But just like most reaction channels that got big on doing a couple things, they die really quick. Like, let's try to, let me try to help you right now. Because I see you tweeting, crying about like how it's so hard to do reactions and it's different now. And like how you don't know what to do anymore. If you look at the subs that you've gained in the past, where do they come from? Random Pokemon reactions. Random reactions like the 6 years ago when there was no reactors in the space, you were there as early market capture and you were dominating. These viewerships are crazy. 55K, 53K views, you're popping off. But guess what? You don't understand what it means to create a community. All you do is fish for random weekly shit. And why are you surprised that after taking a long break that you come back and your viewership is fucking ass? That's why the sub count doesn't matter. You don't have 33K subs, bro. You don't. You honestly have closer to like, what? 1,000 regular watchers. You do. Fake Strange Fake is tourist content. I think this is more accurate to your viewership. And if you could understand, if all of you could literally just watch these videos. If all you have to do is just watch these fucking performance review videos, put your egos aside, and all three of you fucking retard clowns could do way better on YouTube if you just understood the concepts that I'm talking about. I literally document every step of the way of my YouTube journey, telling you the strategy that does work and that doesn't work. I've clearly outlined a detailed step-by-step process. I've even shown people that like my second channel, bro, my second channel, this isn't random luck. This is a carefully crafted strategy where I even make a video how I use Beyblade and Ben 10 to make my second channel. This channel is doing better than all three of you clowns compared together. And honestly, it's also on track to be competing with FraudLad's main channel. It really is. And in fact, give me 2 more months, like this shit will literally surpass every one of them. If you idiots could just set your egos aside and actually fucking learn here, you could grow and prove me wrong that you're actually not bad content creators. And guess what? I bet your reactions aren't even that bad. Genuinely. I bet that these reactions are actually not that bad. But you know why you're fucking garbage in the statistics? You know why you constantly lose subs? Because you don't know how to package your content. You genuinely don't know how the algorithm works. You have no authority to talk or debate with me about how I'm wrong about the analysis. Nah. A bunch of fucking clowns that's gonna do everything but blame themselves for their lack of success, and I'm gonna fucking eat it up every step of the way. I'm gonna keep growing, I'm gonna keep laughing, and we're gonna keep growing bigger and bigger, and I'm gonna hold a grudge. All these 4 right here. This is, line them up, bro. Line them fucking up. This dude, this dude, this dude, this dude. I will hold a grudge forever. I will do everything in my power so that if any of you idiots ever step out of line and start saying some bullshit or even like start harassing others like him, oh, you best believe I'll be fucking there, bro. See you next time.